Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another junk journal with me video. I haven't done a junk journal with me for a while, so I'm excited because you guys always seem to really enjoy these videos and I always enjoy making them for you. Before we jump into today's process, I wanted to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Wix. So if you don't know what Wix is, it's a free platform that allows you to build highly customizable, professional looking websites. And a really great feature of Wix is the drag and drop tools that it has to make it really quick and simple to do, even if you know nothing about building websites. So it does simplify the process and it makes it doable for anyone, but it doesn't compromise how professional your website turns out to be in the end. So you can create free sites on Wix for personal use or for business. And Wix has hundreds of templates that are there ready to choose from. So you can just choose a template that you like. And if you do go that route and choose a template to work from, you know you're going to end up with a really professional and functional website because it's already all set out for you. I've recently launched my own website using Wix and I'm really happy with how my site turned out. I did it all by myself. It only took me a couple of days. I do have a video going into more depth about the website I created, and I'll link it down below in case you want to check that out. But for me, Wix is going to allow me to have more control over sort of how I want to represent my brand, and it's going to give me a bit more freedom to make my own business decisions. They're not going to be influenced by anyone else. So if you'd like to check out Wix for yourself and maybe make your own website, it is a really good option, and I encourage you guys to click the link down below in the description box. If you do decide to make a site with Wix and you want to upgrade to a premium site to get even more features, you can use my promo code, which is johanna15, and that will get you 15% off your first year of a premium plan. So I'll leave that link down below and let's get back into the journaling process. So this is a junk journal with me in my new journal. I've only used a couple of pages in this journal so far, so I'm still kind of finding my feet with it, but I'm really enjoying it and I'm really liking the soft cover feature. So this journal spread, I just have a few bits and pieces that I wanted to get into my journal. I have a couple of little drawings that my boys did for me, so that's where I'm starting off with. I just choose a page in my journal that I like and that I think is going to work for the pieces that I have. So I have a drawing that's all coloured in by my son Laik, and then I have it's really the back of a receipt that my son Ren drew on, and so I just wanted to glue those straight into my journal so I could keep them. I decided to glue them side by side on two pages beside each other, and then I also had this envelope that I wanted to put into my journal. I've had this envelope floating around for literally years. I think I got it in the mail, I want to say from Feed the Birdies. But yeah, I've had it floating around for years. So I stuck it over the edge of the page with some tape so that I can fold it out, and I'm going to put a journal card in there later. And then I also had a little piece of paper that my son had written on, just their names. So I stapled that over the edge of the page. And then I'm just playing around with a few other bits and pieces, trying to decide if I want to stick anything else onto this page. In this journaling session, I did work on a couple of pages, I think maybe 3 or 4 pages, maybe 5 even. So a couple of pages that were beside each other. So I thought about adding some labels or this book illustration to decorate it further, but I just wasn't really feeling it, so I started flicking through the other things that I had and the other pages that were beside this one. So I pulled out this Granny Chic book, and I spoke about this in a previous video as well. I really like this book for cutting out elements. I'm sorry if you can hear our cat is licking the table. But yeah, so I like cutting elements out of this book because I really like the style of it. It's got lots of pretty linens and wallpaper and stuff. So I pulled out this full-sized page. I really like the wallpaper background of this page, and I'm going to glue this straight down onto a page, a couple pages back. It has this Polaroid sort of image in the middle of it, and my thought was that instead of keeping that as it is, I could put my own photo inside that Polaroid. So I'm just gluing that page straight down on top of this blank page. And a lot of people have been asking me what my glue stick is. It's just a Bostik glue stick, and so it goes on blue but it dries clear, and it does alright. It does pretty well. I know a lot of people say that glue sticks don't work for them, but for me they work pretty well. I do put them on pretty generously, so maybe that's why. Anyway, I pulled out this photo of my daughter Rue and I decided to trim it down so that it would fit inside that Polaroid frame that's already on the page, and I think that looks super cute there. I really like the way the color of her coat complements the yellow flowers in the wallpaper in the background. So I just glued that straight down on top and I really like how that looks. And because there was a little bit of text below that Polaroid, I just pulled out a label sticker and I just decided to stick that over the top of that text because that text didn't really go with the photo anymore. And so yeah, I really like how that looks, and it was really easy to sort of change out the page, and it was kind of like having a template as well because everything was already laid out for me. All I did was just replace the photo, replace the text, and I added a few other things around the page as well. So I have a couple of sticker sheets here. These are all Maggie Holmes sticker sheets, and so I pulled out some tiny word stickers from one of those sheets. I think it says my heart or something that I stuck just above the photo of Rue. And then I have these vintage playing cards which are just gorgeous, and so I'm going through those and trying to choose one to include somewhere. I really love this one with the deer, and this was sent to me by my lovely friend Trish, and so I wanted to include this on the page as well. I've had this floating around for a while as well. And I liked the colours, I liked the way all those colours looked together. So again, I decided to stick this over the edge of the page with some washi tape. And I chose that green tape because it sort of complemented and matched the tape image that was already on that page. So it was a part of that Polaroid graphic that was on that page I got out of Granny Chic. And then looking back at the stickers, I decided to include, there's a sticker on this sheet that's really pretty that I felt helped tie in all the colours. So it had sort of the dark contrasty colours that are in the background of the photo, and then some greens and some pops of yellows. I really liked how that sort of looked with that page, so I stuck it up the top of the page. And now I'm moving on to the pages that are in between those two that I've already done. So I've got this page here on the left that is the Tomoe River paper. I had this cinema ticket from a couple of weeks ago. I went and saw Crawl with two of my friends. So I decided to stick that straight down on top of the Tomoe River paper. And then I have these paper dolls, and I decided to cut out a couple of the outfits. Sorry, I shouldn't say paper dolls because they're not actually paper dolls. They're just the outfits for some paper dolls. So I decided to cut out two of the outfits that I thought were really cute and helped sort of pop off that dark black scrapbook paper there on the right. And then I also decided to stick this little paper bag on top of the other side of the Tomoe River paper. And originally I wasn't planning on sticking much on the Tomoe River paper. I thought I'd just use it to write, but I've been enjoying sticking little bits and pieces on there. It actually holds up really, really well. So yeah. So I glued the paper doll outfits on top of that dark page. And then I was just deciding what else to add to that page. I had this scrap of black cardstock, and it was a die cut piece, like a scrap. So I decided to trim that circle down so that it would sit flush on the edge of the page. And I stapled it on. I felt like it went well with that page because it was also black, and my plans were to write on top of that with a white pen. Then I just went and pulled out a couple of plain journaling cards. These are Project Life cards, so I got a 4x6 and a 3x4, and I had to trim the 4x6 down a little bit to fit into this paper bag, but I just wanted to give myself a little bit more writing space, so I put that one into the paper bag, and the smaller one went into the envelope that I stuck on earlier. I think the last thing I did was add a couple of these label stickers around the page. And then I did do my journaling off camera. So after I do all the creative stuff, sometimes if I have a lot I want to write, sometimes I like to just turn the camera off so I can just sit and journal at my own pace and like really think and be relaxed, I guess. So I didn't really get much footage of me actually writing, but I am showing you the page after I've done my writing so you can see it here. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this spread turned out. I'm really enjoying working in this new journal. I will have more Junk Journal with Me videos coming very soon. I always love to film these videos for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments below. Again, I really want to thank Wix for sponsoring this video and for helping me get my website up and running. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So I will leave that link down below if you want to go have a look for yourself. I hope you guys are all doing really, really well, and I will see you in my next video.